Happy Merry Vlogmas Day 15.
Depot number. I don't know about Depot anymore.
Okay.
Anyways.
So Emmett just got his Santa picture, and
it was an adventure.
You know?
Like, it was like I don't think it was a bad experience, but it was a really weird experience.
It wasn't a good experience.
It wasn't good. No, so you start and I'll carry.
Story time.
Story time with Bells. I have to get my head. It's almost.
So, sorry.
Okay.
Let me just work on this. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we came to where we did our Santa picture last year, and we figured it'd be a wait. It's always kind of a wait.
Yeah,
last year we waited like
35-40 minutes, maybe.
Last year we did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we
I thought
did
it was longer wait.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because I had a smaller infant then. I don't know. Anyways, so Jamie's like, I'm gonna go pee because she pees a lot
All the time.
And so she goes pee, and she's like, go stand in line. Line wasn't very long.
The line was like 10 people.
And it's like 5:30, by the way, and they close at 7. So we're like, we could probably get it in there.
We were all the way back where the line ends last year, and we made it in there probably about 45 minutes.
Yeah. So I walk up, and there's a guy standing there. First of all, it doesn't look like an employee or anything, just looks like a random guy.
Just talking, yeah.
And he turns around and he's like, Miss? Like, at first he was really nice. And I was like, yeah. Like, I thought maybe Emmett threw something. I don't know. And he's like, she's the cutoff. The girl, like, the lady right in front of me. And I was like, why? And he's like,
yeah.
Here.
Binky down. Do you see it? Oh, wow. Back up. You're
he's
welcome.
like,
Thank you.
He's like, well, it's like an hour and a half wait. And I was like, why is it an hour and a half wait?
For 10 people.
The line was not that long. And he says, because we close at 7 and there's a line. And I'm like, well, obviously there's a line. I'm standing in it.
Right.
And plus reservations, which there was nobody in the reservation line. So I was like, okay. And I was like, okay. And he's like, actually, you might want to get on making the reservation now because they're booking up quick. And I said, okay, well, I already tried to make reservations and I couldn't do that. So where do you do that? He explains it to me. Long story short, on my end, I went to go make a reservation. I walked away real mad.
Yeah, I guess at one point she said, well, that's annoying, right?
Well, when I walked away, I was like, well, that's annoying.
And like turned her stroller all irritated. So I come out of the bathroom and she's like, well, we can't go today because there's such a long line. It takes an hour and a half. And
I didn't say there's a long line.
The guy said it's such a long line. We cut off, and I was like, I don't think this is right. I'm just gonna go get back in line and have a conversation. So I get back in the line, and then they were like, oh, ma'am, and he turns around, same thing. And I heard him say, my wife is the cutoff, but I obviously misheard. So this might have been where I went wrong with pissing off the person. But I was like, I mean, that could have been part of it. I didn't understand what was going on, apparently. I misunderstood him. So I was like, okay, why are you guys cutting off if you close at 7? Shouldn't I be able to wait in line and risk getting there before 7 because I've stood back all the way back there and the line was 45 minutes. And he was like, well, you can do that, but I highly recommend.
Hold it for a second. Hold the phone for a second. Thank you.
I didn't know what you were saying.
No.
So you can do that, but I highly recommend you going to the South outlets. That you can go right in, get right in with Santa, and right out. That's more of a tourist spot, so nobody goes and sees Santa, but everybody comes here to see Santa. And I was like, okay, so can I stay here in line? So then the girl's like, I said, so you said your wife is the cutoff? And then she was like, I'm not his wife. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. And then she was like, yeah, you misunderstood. And she started like going off on me and was like, you need to listen to what he says, and you're being rude. And then some other guy was like, I don't even know what he said now, but they all started like attacking me, and and she wasn't there for any of this. And I'm like, excuse me, what does me doing anything have to do with you? Why are you getting involved? And I don't do this. So I'm like frazzled and frustrated, and I'm like, forget it. So I walk away and I go get her, and I'm like, literally half the line just went off on me for no apparent reason about this crap. So this is our experience of like the magic of Christmas.
Super lame.
And I'm like, you know, we just got our son out. He's in a good mood. Like, he napped today. Like, we purposely scheduled this. And they're like, oh yeah, well, too bad. You should have made a reservation, is what some of the people were saying. And I was like, okay. So we go away, and I'm like, you know what? We're going to go stand in line.
Yeah.
And so she goes and talks to the lady.
I was like, I'm going to talk to somebody else, because the guy's approach was like real off. And so I asked this lady who was at the front helping people like make it to Santa, and I said, I just want to confirm something with you. Gentleman back there told me it was an 1.5 hour wait and I should just leave, and he's cutting people off. Is that a true statement, or if there's a chance that I don't have to come back here twice, can I wait in this line? And she said, if he's telling you it's an 1.5 hour wait, it's possible it's true. But if you're willing to wait in the line, then that, go ahead. That's totally your choice. Just be aware that maybe when you get to the front of the line, we're closing. And I said, I totally understand, but I'm going to go with the chance that I don't have to bring my toddler back here twice. Yeah. And so she's like, yeah, go for it. Like, she was so nice, so friendly. And I was like, I came back and I was like, we're waiting in this line.
Yeah, so we get in the line and there's one person in front of us at this point. And by the time she gets back over to me, that other lady's like, South Outlets isn't far. You could take this road and be 20 minutes. And she's standing in line. She's decided to stand in line, but she's telling me to go somewhere else. So I'm like,
that's weird.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm okay.
She got kind of sassy when I said something, and I was like,
I don't know. They're just sassy pants people. So I'm like, okay, this is not a good experience. And then my ego started roaring its ugly head. So I started wanting to be right, very much. And so as we started getting closer to the front of the line, I started feeling very powerful. Like, I'm right and you're so wrong. So I'm trying to be cool, but I'm standing there all like, I'm awesome. So look at us. And by the way, there's 45 extra minutes. It's 6:15. We're in and out.
There were people behind us getting in too.
There's about 10 or 15 people behind us
that are going to make it in,
which is fine. So then we see a fluffy-haired guy, and he ignores me. But then the girl that I accidentally thought was the guy's wife, walks by us and under breath looks at me and goes, "Idiot." And I'm like, "Merry Christmas to you too. Why do you hate your life so much? And oh, by the way, I'm far from an idiot because I waited and we got in. So you're welcome. And my son hates Santa. So shut up.
It was so worth the wait.
It was still worth the wait. He hated Santa and he was crying the whole time like we were torturing him. And he was way worse crying than the other time. So I don't know. He doesn't like Santa.
Want the fun again?
Yeah. And apparently he doesn't know how to hold his own binky and live his best life.
It's
so
a game. He throws it.
He throws the game. So anyways, I don't know. Happy Merry Santa Claus. Freaking A, man. These Vegas people, I'm telling you, it's where we live. They're miserable.
Well, and
hold this. My thumb is in the way.
very sorry. We also... The location is a bunch of snots. It really is, and we know that. But
what are you gonna walk around all
at the end of the day, they felt the need to be right about something, and Jamie was right, and we were like, whatever, we made it in.
I'm hungry.
I felt bad. I felt bad for those kids because a lot of them were old enough to hear what was going on, and I just am like,
they have to live their lives in such misery. Break, man.
Mind your own business. At the end of the day, let the people, if they decide they're gonna wait, I was totally fine with it. I was
if 7 o'clock struck, we risked it, and we
turn around, we go home, and we come back again.
Right.
But if there was that odd chance, which wasn't that odd,
really not
that I didn't have to come back twice with a toddler, I'm going to take that chance. Right. And I took it, and guess what? I should be a betting woman because most of the time I have a pretty good gut instinct about what's happening.
I'm the one that went back and said, let's go.
I know.
I'm just saying, we both are on the same track.
Well, and
wavelength here of we can make it work.
Anyways,
it was very obvious that there wasn't that long of a line.
We are going to go eat some Mexican food.
And have a margarita because clearly we need to chill. I need to chill out because they really got me all riled up. I don't like people attacking me verbally for no apparent reason. I'm not.
Usually I'm down to fight, but
I'm not a confrontational person. But she came back and was like, "You need to calm down. You need to stop talking." I mean, we had to stand in line with the people.
And the only reason I said that is because you're standing in line for your children to see Santa
and have a magical day.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a super confrontational person. I'm always down to fight. Always. But
I'm not.
If you put kids in there and it's their experience, I'm thinking of the children. Excuse me for having a little bit more maturity when it comes to that.
Look at the dog.
That's a cute dog. Then I don't know. So that was the only reason why I was like, we just need to drop it. Let's stop talking about it. Let's just see if we make it to the front. Oh, we're making it to the front. Okay, well, let's just get in there and see Santa. Anyways, so here's some pictures of Emmett with Santa.
Not going well.
I can't say Santa's his favorite person right now. And then after we eat dinner, we are going home to wrap presents for our anonymous teenagers.
Yay!
And our friend Jackie is dropping some off too, which was really nice of her to
Yeah, it was cool. We didn't even
She reached out to us.
She must have seen the vlog. Well, she did see the vlog.
She saw the vlog
and then
she was like,
I want to contribute. And I was like, that's awesome.
And that's the type of people we surround ourselves with, and that's why we love our friends. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.